Hello and welcome back to the channel. Over the weekend I was thinking about how important it is to watch older films. If you're watching videos on this channel, you know how much I love my physical media and how much I collect older movies. And even if you're watching a new show, let's say like Pluribus, which my wife and I have started to watch, we've only seen one episode, and it's the new show by Vince Gilligan. And there was a list that was put up on Letterboxd of all of the older movies that influence Pluribus. Even if you watch, like I said, a new show like Pluribus, it's often influenced by much older movies. And as long as I'm talking about Letterboxd too, I'll in the description of most of the videos, you'll see my Letterboxd link. Please feel free to follow me. I love seeing what everyone else is watching, and getting any recommendations, and I will certainly follow you back. So today I'm just going to talk about a few of my favorite older films. Of course, I could have picked so many films for the video today, but I am going to show first some of the films that influenced Pluribus. And the first one I'm going to show here is an older film. This one is from 1991, Defending Your Life, which is a great Albert Brooks film. It's a great, this happens to be the Criterion release of it. And this is a movie that apparently influenced Pluribus, the series, which again we're loving. If you're a fan of Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul, I'm sure you'll love Pluribus. So this is just one of the movies. I'll go through these pretty quickly. The other one is one of my favorite movies too. Again, another film that influenced the show, and that is Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I just love this release too from Olive Films. I think this was one of the last ones I picked up before Olive Signature Films. I think they went out of business. So it's great to pick up physical media when you can, and this is a great release. And of course I have the remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but you can easily tell by watching Pluribus that it has very much. In fact, I was even talking about it as we were watching the first episode, saying this feels like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Either the old version or the new version in the 70s. This has lots of extra features on it. I'm just going to hold this up too, so if you want to pause the video, you can see all the extra features on this release. You might still be able to get this one too. A lot of times too, another reason to support physical media is a lot of these companies go out of business. We really have to support them when you can. Pick up those favorite movies and TV shows when you're able to do it, to support those companies, as I've talked about so many times. Also, this movie, again, you can tell the influence when you watch the show. I love this. I have the 4K release, but I'm showing the Scream Factory Collector's Edition of The Thing. And again, I love the artwork on this one. So I wanted to show this one, but I do have the 4K. There's the back of that. You can see all the extra features on this too. I mean, you realize too when you watch a new show how much, usually if you're watching a movie or a TV show done by a director who is interested in older movies, you're going to see those influences. You're going to see influences, from films from the 1970s, 1980s, maybe the 1930s, maybe the 1940s, and I have a lot of those in my collection too. Let me know in the comment section below if you have a favorite older movie, maybe something you watch every single year. I watch so many old movies and I just love it. I can see so many things. A lot of the reason I watch older movies, many times is because there's no cell phones in older movies too. So people are not as distracted with cell phones and devices. And so you can really see, what that environment is like. So anyway, here's The Thing. Another one too, this is a Warner Archive release that was also in this list. And if you look on Letterboxd too, you'll see the comments from Vince Gilligan as well, the comments that he left about all the movies. Village of the Damned. This is again a Warner Archive release. Beautifully done. This is a Blu-ray. And this has a special feature commentary by Chronicles of Terror, Silent Screams author Steve Haberman. I forgot to mention too, if you're collecting physical media and you're really getting into a show that's influenced by movies like this, you can look at all these extra features on the releases, which you can't get if you're streaming these movies also. So another couple of films here too that I'll show. Of course, you can tell when you watch the show, influenced by The Shining, Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. I have a couple of releases of this also. I have the 4K of this, but this is the Target exclusive release of The Shining. And again, if you're a fan of movies, sometimes you want to pick up a special release. This one, we went to Target to pick it up before they closed their physical media section. It's got a commentary by Steadicam inventor and operator Garrett Brown and historian John Baxter. And we have Vivian Kubrick's documentary, The Making of The Shining, which I think there's been some clips online for that. Also, this is one I saw recently, and it's so interesting to see, since my wife and I watched this movie recently, the influence it has on a show like Pluribus. And it is John Carpenter's They Live. And I love the cover art for this release. This is also a Scream Factory release, which I have for many of the John Carpenter films. And this is an amazing movie. It's really interesting, to watch, especially the beginning. I think near the end, it seems like maybe they ran out of funding or something like that for the ending of the movie, and it ends pretty abruptly. But I really love this one. This is great, very creatively done. I'm going to show a few older movies too, and again, I could have picked so many things today for this video, but I love so many older films. Again, films from 40s, 50s, 60s, the 70s, I just love finding some new gems. This is a movie that I grew up on. I remember seeing as a kid, and it's got a great Criterion release. Highly recommended. The War of the Worlds, which influences so many movies. Also, I just remember watching this as a kid and being really terrified. This is a movie from 1953. I was just talking about the 50s too, an 85-minute movie. I remember seeing it on TV a number of different times. This would definitely play on Saturdays a lot of times, and so very interesting to see. I'll just show the inside of this too, because I just love the artwork on these. Also, a movie that influenced, talk about influences, but I love a lot of the zombie films, and this is really one of the first movies I feel like that influenced many of the zombie films you see today, or a TV series like The Walking Dead, and that's Night of the Living Dead, which has this beautiful Criterion release, one of my favorites from Criterion. There's the back of that one too. This movie is from 1968, 96 minutes in black and white, and it is really one of the first movies where you see zombies, I feel like, and there probably were some before this, but I feel like this is one that influenced a lot of the more modern zombie films. I'm going to show a couple of more here too, and again, I could have picked so many films, but these are some of the other older films I really like that I highly recommend if you're a film fan to watch these. Streetcar Named Desire, which is a beautiful film done with Marlon Brando, and this is an Elie Kazan movie. And again, I won't talk too much about this, but this is a Warner Archive release with lots of extra features, which I love. Based on the stage play, of course, by Tennessee Williams. I'm just looking for the other Vivian Leigh, Marlon Brando. Anyway, great film. Highly recommend it. One of my favorite Hitchcock films, and I don't see a lot of people talking about this particular Hitchcock film, and I just love it. This is the Criterion release of Notorious, another great older film. This is from 1946. I'm really showing lots of the older films from each of the decades that I really enjoy. So there it is, Notorious, amazing film. Also, going back even further to 1934, one of my favorite films. I've seen parts of this for some reason. Sometimes when I'm watching the TV, I'll see parts of this movie streaming, but of course I have the Criterion release of it. It Happened One Night from 1934. Look at that beautiful release from the Criterion Collection. And again, another one of my favorite old movies. And of course, around this time of year, I'll just show a couple that I watch around this time of year. I have a couple of releases of this, and this is of course a classic, The Wizard of Oz. A lot of people watch The Wizard of Oz around this time of year. And of course, there's a very popular screening of The Wizard of Oz at the Sphere in Las Vegas too, which I hear is very good, and I've seen clips of online. So The Wizard of Oz is one of my favorites, and I'll probably watch that. I actually pulled that movie to watch, and here's the Blu-ray of it. I have the Blu-ray also of this one. And finally, a movie I watched for the first time. A lot of times when you're watching old movies, you might find a new favorite, a new classic that you enjoy, and this is one that I really like a lot. And I just saw it, believe it or not, for the first time last year. I know it's hard to believe, but this one is Irving Berlin's White Christmas. And this is the 70th anniversary, first time on 4K Ultra HD. I just loved it. I hadn't seen it before. It is a little sadder than I thought. Maybe not as Christmas related as you might expect it to be, but I really like it. This has commentaries has a commentary by Rosemary Clooney, White Christmas sing along, classic holiday moments, backstage stories, Danny Kaye, Joy to the World, Irving Berlin's White Christmas. I just love this one. One of my favorite films now for the holidays. But I just discovered it last year. I probably saw pieces of it on TV when it was on, but I never really saw the whole thing from start to finish. So Those are just some of the reasons why I love watching old movies, watching classic movies. Let me know in the comments below if you have a favorite classic movie that you can recommend, or maybe a movie that was influencing or that influenced a more modern movie or a more modern TV show, a current TV show like Pluribus, as I mentioned in this example. Thanks so much for watching this video today. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, click on like. If this is your first video on the channel, please consider subscribing. That would be great. I sincerely hope that everyone is safe and well, and I'll talk to you soon.